Hello guys and welcome to the very first episode of Live from the Range, brought to you by the Bogey Men in partnership with Sports Direct. Remember, Sports Direct is a proud premium partner at this week's KPMG Women's Irish Open at Dromoland Castle. You can shop in-store or online at sportsdirect.com. Golf starts here. Guys, we are on the driving range. We said we've been talking about this for a long time. We've got a big show coming up. It's going to be a big 2 days. What have we got coming up on the show this week? Or this week?
Yeah, we've got like a few live interviews with different players, but also some of the organisers of the tournament. We've got some fun challenge games. Yeah. We have some pros are doing some nice kind of things that'd be kind of cool. Kind of a breakdown of some of the signature holes that the women are going to be playing this week. And then also some prizes and some things for you guys to win.
Yeah, so a couple of those challenge games we had going on was put-in tic-tac-toe, which was a very fun game that a couple of players were taking part in. One of those is going to be our guest just in a few moments. So we're going to throw to our very, very first VT. But before we get into put-in tic-tac-toe, we've been doing a series called Signature Hole Spotlights, where Michael, who was on site last Monday, played a couple of holes, talked us through what the hole is going to play like and how the players are going to fare basically this week. So the first hole that we spoke about was the par 4 10th.
Tenth hole here at Dromoland. Not a hugely long hole, but water all along the right hand side. So that is literally just going to push all tee shots left, and left is road and back then into the kind of putting green. Interesting to see how the women are going to go about this. Possibly you get a really long drive you can kick on, but you've got all that water to deal with. Green, not too complicated, fairly straightforward. But again, the shot is probably just that little bit left of the fairway. Give yourself a good approach in, and there's a birdie chance. Hi guys, delighted to say we are now joined by Anya Donegan. Anya, how are you?
Good, thanks for having me. Delighted to be here.
Yeah, great to have you.
So I was saying yesterday, also we played put-in tic-tac-toe yesterday. I say I commentated and threw shade from the sidelines. But during that, I said that you kind of stole the hearts and minds of everyone watching when you were at Pebble Beach. You were the golden child of the event. How was that week?
Very special, to be honest. Yeah, no, it was very cool. I don't know if I stole people's hearts now, but
you were a social media sensation. You were. You
got yourself on the poster just outside Dromoland now and everything.
No, it was very good. It was pretty crazy, to be honest. The whole thing from start to finish. Yeah. Between jet lag and then obviously the clubs got lost, and then the driver was broken and stuff. But by the time it had started, I didn't, you know what I mean? Everything was kind of over in terms of club drama and jet lag and stuff. So
sure, playing this tournament was nothing after all the stress and the clubs, and it was just I need to play.
Yeah, no, I know. But yeah, it was. No, it was a great week from start to finish, to be honest.
Can we talk about even the leading up to the event, qualifying? Because obviously there was a lot to get through. You had to get through to get to the event.
Yeah.
What was qualifying like?
It was all right. Yeah. I remember waking up that morning. We were in San Francisco, and I couldn't believe how cold it was up there. San Francisco's not as hot as I think everyone thinks it is. It's quite,
especially not in the morning.
No, so we were playing. We were first tee time. Me and Anna, my friend. She was I think she was 7 and I was 7'10", so I was right behind her. And I remember we woke up at about 3:30. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so tired.
That's brutal.
Yeah, and we were kind of playing golf a few days beforehand, and we were, we probably had a few drinks a few days beforehand. And I woke up and I was like, oh my God, I'm actually so tired. And it's so windy and it's such a hilly golf course. As probably the hilliest course I've ever walked. It's not a walking course. It's like a golf cart course. Sure. But they make you walk it in tournaments. But we got up anyways and we played, and it was so windy the first 18. So it was 36 holes. You go in after 18 and then you have your lunch and you go back out. And I think 2 over after the first 18. I remember I was sitting fourth and I was like, oh my God, we actually, and Anna was only one shot behind me or something. I was like, we actually have a really good chance here because it is so windy. Like, it's getting windier. Like, we had to take our hats off and everything because they were blowing off people's heads. And I mean, windier than I've ever played on a links golf course.
Really?
Honestly, yeah.
Okay.
So we kind of had that advantage. I knew the hardest part was the putting. Like, it was just so hard to putt.
Okay.
Like, I remember on like probably my fourth last hole of the 36, and there was hardly any birdies on the final 18 because it was just so hard.
Okay.
And I had like a 36 footer downhill, and but it was against the wind.
Yeah.
I absolutely smashed it, and it just went in. And at this stage, it's almost like crazy golf, so that like people are laughing and stuff. Like, I'm just laughing, like I don't even feel like I'm in a competition anymore. And obviously we were first out, so then I got in, and I have another 2 hours until the girl who's kind of close enough to me. I'm sitting at second. The girl who's close enough to me has to finish. So we went for dinner, and then we came back, and we were still waiting. So I waited about 2.5 hours to find out.
Okay.
I did come down to the very last hole. The girl missed a 6-footer. We were looking at a playoff. Like, the girl missed a 6-footer to go to a playoff.
I reckon, were you prepped for a playoff even after
Yes.
dinner?
Yes, I was on the range, freezing. Like, I mean, we were at the golf course at 5 a.m. and it's like 7:30. And I'm still here hitting golf balls. I'm like, oh my God. And my legs were like so sore. I felt like I just played a match from all the walking up and down the hill.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, I remember getting off the plane. I flew home then right the next morning, like 10 a.m. the next morning. Yeah. And I remember when I got off the plane, we landed in Dublin, like my body, it actually felt like I just played a soccer tournament. They were so sore. I actually hadn't felt like that since I played team sport. Okay. In terms of like the pain in my body. So I went straight for a massage then the next day.
So let's talk about the big week then. How was it? Obviously, there was a lot of noise, a lot of social media around it, a lot of drama in terms of the clubs getting lost. But once that all settled down, did it feel like a normal tournament as much as the US Open can feel like a normal tournament?
Yeah, I suppose I was kind of thrown in right at the like deep end of even the major championships. Like we were talking about the USGA, it's just called the US Open. Yeah. You know, all the other women's kind of majors have like a brand connected, you know, the AIG Women's Open and all that. And we were spoiled rotten, to be honest, from start to finish in every way. Like the USGA, they know how to run a tournament, and the best run tournament that I've been a part of. And it was just, I was trying to enjoy every minute of it. You know, it's not that easy. But there was so many Irish people out watching. You wouldn't actually believe the amount of Irish people, and they kind of got more and more as the week went on, obviously. Just then by the last day, you know, like Irish flags all over the place, and sure, we had people in Kilkenny jerseys and Dublin jerseys saying up the banner. And we even had an American. I'm walking onto my second last hole, the 17th, the par 3. Yeah. And on the last day, and I'm walking onto the green. And I was a bit sick, like, I had a bad cold, and Gary, my caddy, was like, come on, you put on a smile here now just because there was a grandstand and stuff. And next
Enjoy
thing,
the moment.
Yeah, exactly. And next thing you hear up the banner, one of the Americans. I was like, no. I remember my brother told me after the first day I made a putt or whatever, and he shouted up the banner, and one of the Americans said, like, kind of tapped him on the shoulder and was like, why are you calling her banner? So funny. But yeah, no, it was a great week, and just the amount of Irish people out, and it was great to see. Like, it's always nice to see Irish people abroad. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's just, there's something kind of different about it. And it was great. Yeah, it was great from start to finish. It was brilliant.
And you're happy with the week? Obviously made the cut, just missed out on low arm, which I think everyone was sickened for you. It was tough. Yeah, no, it was tough the last day. That was the only thing about the week that I'd probably change, is the low arm thing, you know what I mean? Yeah. And just finishing kind of badly, and especially because I was sick. I was probably just more run down than anything. Like, I've been kind of conditions on the final day though were really tough. The only person making any kind of a move was Charlie Hall. Yeah. And like, what she was doing was just superhuman.
I know, she was brilliant. Yeah. I actually wanted her to win. Yeah, I like Charlie. Yeah, but the final day was tough. Honestly, I can't even remember that much. I just remember being so tired, just trying to get through it. Yeah. Kind of playing well. Obviously, not many putts dropped compared to the other 3 days. But no, other than that, I mean, the final hole, is something that I'll never forget. It's probably my favorite time, my favorite time of the whole week. Like a favorite event that kind of happened. I pulled my drive left, and like if you go left, like you're in the water.
Yeah.
So there's rules officials who are walking down. The rules officials are like, "Oh yeah, you went in here," and my coach Gary was like, "Can I just go down and have a look on the rocks?" So Gary jumps down anyways, and he kind of looks up to me and he smiles and he goes, "Showtime on you." And I knew I needed a birdie to at least tie the low am. I didn't know how it would have happened, but so I have like, I'm in like seaweed, to be honest. It's like seaweed, and like I'm kind of sinking, and I take a pitch wedge out, and I have to hit like this high fade over the rocks off the seaweed that'll get far enough that it gets over the cliff, kind of the water, but high enough at the start that it'll get over the rocks in front of me. I hit the best shot I had all week.
Now, before you, were you nervous? Were you like excited? This is a kind of a cool shot that I'm going to try hit. Like,
yeah, and if it doesn't happen, I could make a 10 again, like a quadruple again, but I was like, I have to go for it. So I hit the shot, best shot I hit all week, and it just got far enough that it carried over and high enough that it was just short of the bunker. That's kind of goes down the left of the 18th and in Pebble. So then I had like 165 in, and I hit a 6-iron, and Gary said to me right before I hit it, he goes, "Come on, just one more good swing. Just one more good swing." So I hit this shot, and we actually think it's going to go into the hole. Like it lands on the green, and from our angle, it went about 10 feet past the flag, but from where we are in the fairway, we think it's a foot away. I'm like, "Oh, thank God I don't have to take any more big putts. Just have to tap it in." And the roar of the crowd, like that was the loudest roar I'd heard all week. Because on the 18th, and geez, I was actually, after that shot, I was trying not to be emotional as it was. Do you know what I mean? Just after that shot, 'cause it was so loud, the crowd. That
the whole emotion of the week.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
even qualifying kind of hit you as you were walking up.
Yeah, and then I had that like 9-foot or whatever, and it was downhill, so I only tapped it left to short, of course, which is so annoying. But no, it was brilliant. Yeah, it's just so many. I don't know why the Americans love the Irish, and I even remember I was walking onto, I think it's the 5th hole, the par 3, on like the second day or something. There was a few Mexicans going on, you're going on. And my coach Gary was like, "Jesus, on, you've got the Mexicans now after you as well."
Uniting the American people.
Yeah, yeah,
Look what you're doing.
Yeah, no, but I don't know. The crowd seemed to like me a bit. You know, I actually loved interacting with them just to get them going a bit, because it's kind of funny.
Yeah.
I just think it's funny. And I was only there, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, I wasn't there to make money. Like, okay, the pros are serious. I wasn't that serious playing, you know, because I'm not that serious of a person in general. But I know I was kind of having fun with the crowd.
I don't know. That video, the tic-tac-toe, you're quite serious.
That's pretty serious.
Quite intense. I don't know.
But yeah, no, it was brilliant.
Yeah. So how's your prep been for this week? Obviously, you're in the field for the Women's Irish Open. What have you been doing? Have you got Gary back in the bag?
I've Gary back on the bag, yeah.
Right, so we'll see a few miraculous shots now.
Yeah, hopefully not as miraculous as that. But no, I've been playing Dromoland now, so obviously I'm a member here, and I've been here for as long as I can remember, to be honest. I've actually videos on this driving range, and I'm like 12, just hitting onto that green there, front left green, and so I've been a member here for ages. I know the course inside out, which obviously is a bit of an advantage. So close to home, which is so nice. I kind of get to go out. You know, I get to drive here myself, my own car, and get to come around come and go whenever I please, kind of. Exactly.
Have any of the pros been trying to get practice rounds with you to steal all your inside knowledge and stuff?
Actually, no. But I've got my two good friends, Sarah Byrne and Beth, stealing inside information.
Yeah. What's this book going to do? What about this one?
Yeah, no, Sarah's been down a few times this summer, so I played with her once or twice, which is nice. It's always nice that I don't have to travel to them. They can all come travel to me. And now poor Sarah down in Cork, she always has a bit of a drive anywhere she goes. But normally we're traveling down from Dublin or somewhere. I'm always used to being like the long drive after we play. So it's nice to have the short drive for once.
Nice.
I don't think Sarah will ever get that short drive. But no, it's great. And the course is brilliant. You know, Eamon kind of runs the show on the golf course. And I couldn't fault him, to be honest. He's brilliant worker and very, very good at his job. Knows exactly kind of what he's doing and knows how to run a tournament.
He's a smooth talker and knows what he's doing.
Exactly, but I'd never tell him it.
So even for the media day, he hoodwinked you up to give out the prizes.
Yeah.
So you got practice round today?
Yeah, I'm playing the back nine today. So I played the front nine yesterday, back nine today, and then I play front nine pro-am tomorrow.
How's course playing?
Really nice, yeah. It's playing a little bit on the softer side, which I think will it could do two things this week, because it could play a little bit longer, but then you can stop the ball faster on the green. So it'll be interesting to see, because I actually think it being a little bit softer, it'll play harder, because it will play longer. People have longer clubs, and it is playing quite long, especially the first kind of 4 or 5 holes. If you get through the first 4 or 5 holes, even par around there, you'll be doing quite well, and then you can kind of go for it then. The last kind of 12 holes or so, 13 holes, because they're not playing that easy, and they're playing quite long, especially the first up the hill, and then the fourth is quite long as well.
It's not an easy opener. Like
no.
one and two
one of the hardest,
are tough enough. 3 is a long par 3 as well.
It's a long par 3.
Yeah.
No, I'd say the first in Dromoland is one of the hardest starting holes in the country, honestly. It's narrow, green, and even the tee shot's difficult, you know what I mean? So, but it's great opening hole. It kind of test you, it'll test players.
What do you think of the new 17th tee box? Is the 16th tee box, the one
Brilliant.
right up in the gods?
Game changer.
Great,
It's made the whole 100 times better hole, and it's how it should be played.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just think it's how the designers probably thought that's what we want to do with it.
Because I think the old tee box kind of the way the water and the green was kind of let down by the old tee box, and now you've got up in the gods. And
it makes it such a good hole. Honestly, now I'd say it's one of the best holes on the course.
Yeah, I agree.
It's playing in the par 5 as well, isn't it?
Yeah, but just from that, but you can at least picture the hole now. You know what I mean? Down there, firstly, the tree on the right, there was a big tree on the right that kind of blocked people out. We play a big fade, high fade off that tree, but the drive now is a really nice driving hole that you can get in trouble on. You know, some people might not get it over that tree.
No.
And then obviously the second shot, that's kind of before the tee box was changed. That was kind of the main part of the hole. The second
over
shot
the
up
water,
the tee,
elevated green, little strip. And if it's into the wind, it's going to even play very long.
It'll play long. Yeah, it will play long.
I think on the media, I think I had a 5 iron. I didn't reach the green after my drive. That's how windy it was. It's a brute.
Yeah. So do you know where you're going to be starting the front 9, back 9? Have you got tee times yet?
No tee times are out yet. No, so I'm not quite sure what the story is.
Hoping for starting the 10th. Or would you rather start with 1 to 5?
I mean, either way, we're going to start on the first, aren't we? We're going to on the Thursday, Friday. Do they switch tee times? I think.
They might do 2 tee starts.
I think they do. I think. Like one day I'll start on 10, one day I'll start on 1. So either way, you're going to be starting. I wouldn't mind starting on 1 just because I'm so used to it.
Yeah.
Get it out of the way, to be honest.
It's not going to be a 4:30 alarm clock either for you, hopefully.
No, hopefully not.
Yeah,
but
it's a bit of a
don't say that. People are watching. Just for people that are actually watching, we are obviously on site here at Dromoland Castle. There is clay pigeon shooting going on in the background.
Yeah.
There isn't anything.
That's not someone
There's
taking 8 golfers on the range.
So what's the plan then for the next kind of 24 hours, I'll say, in the lead up to a tournament for you?
Yeah, mainly relax, kind of get as much energy. Don't use as much energy as I can, and then mainly relax, practice a little bit here and there. I'm pretty happy with my game. I don't need any major adjustments, which is always nice. Like I said it to Gary yesterday, or Gary said it to me, should I say? He said, "Oh, it's good on you. We don't need to tweak anything. You're playing fine." So yeah, I know the course is it's so different because I know the golf course.
Sure.
Now it's got grandstands and it's got tee boxes.
Yeah, exactly. But I don't need to be thinking, oh, where will I hit it on this hole? Where will I hit it on this hole? You know what I mean?
You've probably been in every situation.
Literally,
at least once.
So that's kind of the main thing, really. Keep as much energy as I can, and then might go for a swim or something up the coast at some stage.
It's a bit cold for that, no?
I know, a bit like an ice bath. I actually haven't gone for one this summer at all, which is the first summer since I was born. I'd say that I haven't gone for a swim yet.
And in Clare as well. You need to be out in the sea.
I know, exactly. I might go up to the scanner this evening or tomorrow evening for a swim, but that's it really. Kind of just relax, practice a little bit. Obviously you're going to play 9 holes today with Sarah and Beth, and then relax.
I think that'd be competitive enough, that 9 holes, will it, between the 3 of you?
Yeah, we played match yesterday. We played skins.
Yeah.
Beth actually.
Who won?
You know what? It was actually stupid enough because we played skins, but skins is difficult when you're all kind of going to be making similar scores.
Yeah.
So Beth won it just 5 skins. 5 skins she won on the 5th hole because And
So
then
maybe a different format today.
Definitely, yeah. I don't know. We might just play. I actually don't know. What do you
Flat
think?
stroke play.
I'll go
Flat stroke play?
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Let's do it.
Yeah, we might be able to nip out and might catch a few
we'll
holes.
do a little bit of live commentary. We'll
We'll try and probably put the girls off. Yeah.
We'll do a walk and talk. So when you head back to college, you obviously in LSU.
Yeah.
College has started back this week.
It has, yeah. So I've actually, before I play,
lectures.
I'm actually going to go home now after this, and I'm going to meet someone else for a chat, and then I'm going to go home and do a few assignments.
If anyone in college is asking, she is doing the assignments.
Yeah, I have to actually do the college work, and then hopefully fly home next Monday morning after the tournament. Hopefully make the cut, and then fly home the Monday, Monday the 4th. Very early, so I'll be flying out pretty much straight away. I need to start actually packing my bag because once the tournament starts, that'll be the last thing I want to do.
Well, listen, thank you very much for having a chat with us. You were very generous with your time.
I know.
Good luck. I hope you win the match now today.
Thanks very much.
You've already got one win under your belt this week, so good luck this week at
Thanks very much.
Women's Irish Open.
Thanks for having me, lads.
Cheers.
So we're going to our putting tic-tac-toe with Anya and just see how she get on.
Guys, welcome back to the second episode of Putting Tic-Tac-Toe. I'm delighted to say we are joined now by Lily May Humphries, winner on tour this year. Lily, how are you?
Yeah, good, thank you. Yeah, enjoying the Irish weather.
Yeah, as you can tell now, the rain, or the mist as I like to call it in Clare, has come. Anna Dawson in the red corner, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm enjoying the weather probably more than Lily. It's quite home-like for me.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Jeez, the tactics have begun already. We haven't even stepped into the ring. So how's the year been for both of you, Lily? First, obviously, win early in the season.
Yeah, it's been pretty solid this year. Yeah, it's been a good year, and looking forward to the rest of it really coming to an end, unfortunately. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. A lot of big events and that, so yeah, it'll be good.
Hopefully you can start this week with a win here now and put in tic-tac-toe. It's a big one.
Yeah.
Anna, first year on tour, how's it been?
Yeah, it's been good. I've really enjoyed it. I mean, obviously I didn't know what to expect, like rookie year with everything, but I love the travel and I love all the places we've been to. So yeah, no, I have enjoyed it. Maybe not the results I wanted, but I've got a 3-week stretch now, so hopefully finish the year quite nice.
We'll turn it around today. We get first win maybe on the
go.
board. Guys, we'll let you off. Put in tic-tac-toe. It's the best of 3. And Anna takes the back
Which
square.
one is it?
Back square.
Back square.
Oh, is it?
Just tucked into the back square. Oh, Lily goes for the centre
okay.
square. Very, very safe.
Straight in the middle.
There we go. Tactical.
Give the options out.
Oh no.
no.
Oh no.
Misread it.
I actually did as well.
Okay.
Oh, I need to make
Very
this.
good. Centre on the right hand side of the board.
Got 2.
She has blocked you.
Okay. We got one in.
Very good.
Okay.
Lily May has 2 on the board again. She has an option now.
Anna's got options. What does she do?
What is Anna going to do?
Yeah.
An interesting play, Anna. I'm not going to lie to you.
I'm a bit worried there.
I-
Kept
Why did you
rolling.
go to that
I'm
one?
not too.
That's out.
There we go.
Okay, 1-0
Very
to
sad.
Lily. Very good.
Best of 3.
I didn't. Oh, that's well annoying.
That was your ball.
She's taking the centre
Nice.
square again. She knows what she's doing.
That's the winning square.
That
This
is
is
the
it.
square.
Yeah.
She's an X's and O's veteran. She knows what she's been doing.
She's experienced. No, I'm not good at this game.
Oh, Anna.
Oh,
Thought I was going to hit your ball there.
Oh, it's rolling back though.
Yeah.
Anna takes the safe square.
Alright.
Very good. Blocks off the easy win. You like that middle line, don't you?
Yeah. Just kind of aim middle, and if I go long or short, it goes into one. Oh,
Very good.
you got it.
Again,
You
blocked
got it.
off. Very good.
Judge.
It's on the line.
It's on the left centre of the line. I think that's in the middle square that's already gone. I'm
Oh.
We've got some tough judges.
That is a tough one.
That's a tough call. It's on the line.
That's on the inside.
We've got a second opinion then.
Oh,
Nicely in.
There it is.
There you go.
winner.
2-0.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Lily Mae Humphries.
Thank
First
you.
win of the week in the bag.
Yes.
We've had our first controversy now in putting tic-tac-toe. Rigged judging, is that it?
Well, I thought it was on the line, I'm going to be honest. Yeah, I think a little bit biased, but Lily hit some good puts, so it's okay. We'll let her have it.
First win of the week. How you feel?
Buzzing. So good right now.
But like,
Where's the trophy though?
It's in the post. We the
It's
perpetual
coming.
trophy is on its way. Yeah.
Okay.
does this feel better than your win in South Africa?
Great question. Jesus, taking my job.
Oh, could be, you know, like beating you. It's a big deal.
Okay, at least it's appreciated, that's all right.
Well, guys, thank you
Yeah.
very much for playing. Well done on your win. Commiserations.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Thank
So-
you.
Now, that was, of course, Lily Mae Humphries taking on Anna Dawson in putting tic-tac-toe. Lily Mae Humphries won in South Africa. She won the Joburg Open earlier on this year, and she now has her second win of the season, claiming the putting tic-tac-toe title.
She's put up there with all her big wins, I reckon.
Yeah, she said at the end of the video, she said, "Yeah, that's up there." She was very emotional after the win. She's delighted.
It'll be on her Wikipedia page, you know, LET, although
Tour wins, yeah. So let's get into a little bit about the event this week. Obviously, we are here at Dromoland Castle for the second year coming. It's a bigger, stronger field this year to last year. A lot of big names. I think the biggest name is obviously Leona Maguire. She's back. She's probably the highest ranked player in the field. But we're going to go through one or two of our picks for the tournament, and then who we also think will do well from an Irish perspective. So I know we spoke about this before when we previewed the event. Who are two players that you're looking forward to seeing?
So I think Anne Van Dam,
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to seeing her. I think she smashes the ball.
Yeah.
And I think even though on Anya again, it just confirmed that, you know, you're going to have to put the drive in really good spots, and it can be quite long, especially with the weather. So I'm looking forward to see her. And then I think if she starts off well hitting it, I think she could have a really good week.
She had a good weekend last year in particular. She was in the second to final group going out on the Sunday. We were walking around the course earlier on, myself and the production team over here, and like the emphasis absolutely is on driving accuracy, as well as like for longer hitters, that's definitely a benefit, just as a benefit in the game of golf these days anyway. But if you're in the wrong places, the rough is horrendous. And it's not even 2 or 3 feet off. I was walking the 11th hole with Sarah Byrne and Beth Coulter, and Sarah's layup to the 11th, it's par 5.
Yeah.
So she tried to play it to a number, and the ball ran maybe like 2 foot into the rough, and it was cabbage. It was absolute cabbage. So I think people like Anne Van Dam, who hit a big golf ball but are also accurate, her driving accuracy is unbelievable. They will do very, very well. Who else you got?
And then some big drivers at the ball, Laura Beveridge.
Yeah, good drive of the golf.
I think she was top 10 here last year.
She
was in around then, and I think she made a really good run in the final day last year, and that's something where I think that's going to come back to her when she's back playing again, and the fields are going to come back. And she's playing pretty well at the moment, so I think she could be someone that could have a really good tournament. Yeah,
another player who's probably coming in under the radar a little bit is Nicole Brock-Estrup. She made it into the playoff of the event last year. She had a pretty tough season in 2022 by all accounts, but she really managed to turn it around toward the end of that weekend. Unfortunately, also didn't quite get it done when it came to the playoff. But the last player that I really like for this tournament is it's probably no surprise, I'm not the bravest to call in the world, but Clara Spilkova, who won this event last year. She's so tidy, so tidy around the greens. She's had a good run, good number of events, good results this year already. She loves it here. She likes the golf course. She obviously had the miraculous shot in the 17th hole last year where she chipped it out of the water to about a foot and then made the par putt on 17, which set her up for birdie on 18, which was great. So they're kind of my picks to do very, very well. I think possibly Nicole won't win. Her year's been a little bit tough again, but she likes this course. She's a good player. She's one that'll do well.
Yeah, I don't think you could take away from the field when they when they've played well here last year, the field's come back. It's kind of a brand new kind of thing. There's been a bit of downtime. Now they're coming into this. I think the field's come back, and like obviously there's still subtle changes, but it's a very similar golf course to last year, and it's in great condition. And I think the weather as well is going to suit those players because it's not wet, but it's a little bit damp, and there's not going to be that much run on the ball. So I think they're kind of key factors for those that actually off the tee put themselves in position.
Yeah, let's talk about it from an Irish perspective. There are 9 or so players in the field, 2 professionals being Leon Maguire and Olivia Mahaffey. I don't think it's going to be anything too outrageous to say. I think Leon Maguire will be the low Irish person, the low Irish player. She's the highest ranked person in this field. She's on the Solheim Cup. Yeah, she is going to be she's going to do very, very well here for us. And then Olivia Mahaffey, she's had a very, very good run of results over the last few months. She loves it here. She knows this course very well. She knows it inside out. She is the one for me that she's gonna do very well this week.
Yeah, I think the fact that both of them are going to have such big crowds following them as well is only going to be a bonus to them. I think it's just going to absolutely fuel them when they're out there. So I think
no pressure. But
I think it's an energy giver when they hit good shots and they feel they've got the cheers and they've got the claps, and hopefully the rain stays off so we hear that claps. I think that's only going to fuel them full of energy.
Exactly.
And then obviously there's a good few Irish amateurs out as well.
Amateurs. So I'm going to put you on the spot here. So there are a lot of amateurs, a lot of very, very good amateurs in the field. Low Irish am. Like it's a very, we're going to insult someone here, so we might as well go.
Yeah, I'm going to make an enemy. I'll go because of, and this is my get out, because I've played with her and she drives the ball very well. I'm going to go with Sarah Byrne.
That's a fair assessment. I'm going to go with Anya. She's got the big events experience.
Well, we'll put a coffee on their 9-hole match later on.
That's a great show.
And we might have a look, and we can go. It'll be Sarah versus Anya.
Yeah. I mean, it is worth saying. Obviously, there are a lot of amateurs in the field. Best Culture, Sarah Fleming, Aideen Walsh. There's a lot of them in the field. They're all going to do very, very well. We'll be following all of them throughout the week.
Walsh could be sneaky. Yeah, she knows this place like the back of her hand.
She missed the cut last year by 1. Which was so tough to watch because there's big crowd around her. She started in the back 9 that day. She was coming up the 9th. She had to make a long birdie putt on the 9th green. It just came up short, and you could feel everyone just sink around her. I'd love her to make the weekend. I'd love it.
But again, that's great experience for her, and I think it's only a bonus coming into this week. That gets rid of the nerves a little bit.
Yeah. So before we get on to any more conversation, as you said before, Michael has been in his signature hole spotlight series, and this one's a good one. So it's probably the iconic hole that you associate with this golf course. It is, of course, the par 3 7th.
Okay, the 7th hole here at Dromoland is probably the most scenic hole on the course. Par 3 with the castle in the background, a lovely vista hole from the tee box. Ranging in from 180 to about 125 in yardage, so we'll have to see on which day the yardage comes in. But a really nice hole. Water all on the left of the green. If you go right then, you've got a nasty bunker, which will leave you in that dreaded bunker shot where you're chipping back out of that into water. Again, mixing where the pin is going to be and mixing then where the tee box is going to be can make this hole play really long, but also can make it fairly short but quite dangerous if they put that pin all the way close to the water.
Now, guys, we are delighted to say that Olivia Mahaffey joins us live on the show. Olivia, how are you?
I'm good. Very happy to be here.
Yeah, great to have you back on the podcast.
Yeah.
On the live podcast.
Yeah, I know. It's very fancy. I like it.
It's no hobby, so I've been saying to everyone.
Yeah, we've got a nice setting as well. So, yeah.
Yeah, we're kind of picking up tips on what we actually should be doing. We're like, the boys in the production team were saying, like, they actually know what they're doing because they also come out in the golf course with us and
they see
us swing and then go, what's the ball going to do? Whereas there's a lot of consistency here, which is great to watch.
They said it'd be easier to follow their balls with cameras than ours.
Yeah. They actually know where it's going. So how are you? Has since we spoke last, you've had a string of great results on tour. How have you been?
Yeah, it's been good. Trying to manage professional golf, and it's always exciting. There's always something.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's nice to see the hard work pay off and
For
have
sure.
those results. And then I've also had a couple of bad finishes as well after them. But I think it's been more of a learning curve. And I think, when you're given time to sort of reset, which I had last week, and sort of look at what I did very well when I played well in those weeks, and then look at maybe some of the things that I stopped doing. So I think that last week was a very good reset. So I'm really looking forward to this week.
That's cool. So could you talk through a couple of the results now? You've been finishing the top few of the leaderboards. You changed driver. Was that a big change?
Yeah, it was a big change. My coach, and I was playing with my coach and Tom McKibben, and they said to me, I think you should go and check your driver. It looks really, really long. So I went to get a fit, and I shortened my driver, and I changed the weights around in the head a little bit, and it made a huge difference. And it was a bit of a rush to get that for Friday. Thankfully, Rock Golf is really, really good to me, and they managed to get shipped in instantly, and had it in the bag, used it the next week, and drove it really well, and had a great week. Shot at, I think it was 64 something first round, so that worked quite nicely. So that's still in the bag. And actually last week I made some equipment changes, so I'm excited for them this week. I've got a new 3-wood in the bag this week, and I changed. I put a 7-wood in, a rescue in, to try and get a little bit more height, because obviously it's quite important out here. I had a 2-iron in the bag, so that's out now. And I changed all my grips. I was using a mid-size grip, but I went to a thin grip. So a few changes ahead of this week.
I'm always interested. We get giddy getting new stuff, but you're pro. Do you still get that kid at Christmas when new stuff comes in the door and you're looking at things going, oh, I'm new, whatever?
Yeah, well, it's funny. I never normally change in the middle of the season, and I feel I've made a few changes now. I think it's nice to have a few extra clubs and be able to move them in and move them out, depending on the course. And I think when you get a new club and you hit it really well, and you're what you're kind of replacing, it's okay, oh yeah, this is exciting.
So I understand, obviously, going from 2-iron to a hybrid, it's quite soft here. Dromoland at the moment is playing quite long, so obviously carry distance is a big emphasis there. Going to thinner grips, what's that working on? Yeah,
well, I switched to mid-size grip before in about March. My miss has always been left, so I thought that would maybe help me a little bit with that. And I felt recently I've been losing quite a few shots out to the right, which is not my miss. Okay. And I feel sometimes I don't have a good grip on the club. It feels a little too big for it. I have little hands. So I was at Rock Golf last week, and we tried it with 2 wraps of tape, 1 wrap of tape, and I decided I like the 1 wrap of tape better. And I think I feel I have a little bit more feel in my hands now, which is quite nice. So yeah, I'm excited for that one.
That's like the story of Rory when he went to get the lads want to get his grip street chasing. They'll notice, the pros will notice a second bit of tape or a little anything extra.
Yeah, you can put that in my hand and I wouldn't be able to tell any of the difference. So when did you get on site here, and how's practice been?
Yeah, it's been good. I drove down yesterday morning. I got a new personal record, 3 hours coming down, which was I was excited about.
All within the speed limits.
Yes,
she was driving very
safely. Tickets were received. It was just there was no traffic on the road.
Yeah, she left very early.
So no, I got here yesterday, did some practice, played 9 holes. It was really nice to see the course. It's in great shape. It's
going to be
front
or back?
I played the front. It's in great shape. I think it's going to be a good test. I obviously didn't play last year, which makes it even more exciting to be here this year. Yeah. But it's definitely playing long, and I think it's going to be. There's a few tough holes. I had a hybrid and into a couple of holes, and I would be on the longer side. So I think it's going to be a good test.
The rough, I was saying, seems to be up a lot in a couple of different very specific spots. Is that something that you found, or what's kind of your strategy for plotting your way around the course?
I actually drove it quite nice yesterday, so I wasn't
only ever in the short grass.
No.
The new driver. Quick, we change our. What was our picks again?
I did notice it though. I looked, and it's thick in spots for sure, and I think definitely premium on hitting on the fairway, especially those long holes, because trying to hit a wood out of that is going to be really, really tricky. So especially when you need height to come into the greens. So I think premium this week on driving it well.
So then you got practice rounds today?
Yes, so
Are you
I'm going to
going-
play 9 holes soon, and I actually think I might then go ahead and play the front 9 again later on this afternoon. So I might do 18 today.
What do you look for in a practice round? Is it more just comfortable with your swing, or how much detail do you and your caddy go into when it comes to plotting your way around the golf course?
Yeah, I think that's the only thing I look at is about the course. You know, looking at maybe them moving tees, thinking about different wind directions, looking around the greens, where's good places to miss, those types of things, like being very specific with targets. And then I think it's really important to like have a plan for, especially we're in Ireland. You know, we don't know what weather we're going to get if it's wet, if it's into the wind.
It somehow hasn't rained on us in the first 45 minutes of
Right.
the show. I'm delighted.
We might just get sun this week. But I think it's more about learning the course and how it's going to play than anything else.
So you're one of the home favourites for this event. There's no getting around that. There's a lot of Irish in the field. We were talking about that before. How do you feel about having those extra crowds? Is that extra pressure, or do you kind of buzz off the people that knowing the fact that everyone's here behind you and everyone's here willing you on?
Yeah, I love it. I mean, I've always loved it. Like Curtis Cup when we played in Dunleary, and there was so many people out, and we're very lucky that we've had so many good events in Ireland. So I think it's amazing. I love the support. I'm very proud to be like people love golf in our country, which I think is really special, because you go to a lot of other countries and you play and there's so many great players there, and it's a shame there's nobody out watching. So I absolutely love it. It's something I've loved since I was a young girl. So it definitely helps. And I think, you know, in terms of expectations, it's something I've learned to deal with in the last few weeks, because, you know, I hadn't played great coming into those 3 weeks. I didn't have many expectations. I played really well those 3 weeks. And then you come away and you start to expect a lot, and you're thinking, I'm going to win this week, I'm going to come top 10, and then you miss the cut and you're like, whew, reality check, you know. So I think the thing I learned probably playing the 2 events I did after those good finishes is the expectation part. And I think sometimes you get dragged away a little bit from the process, and I think that's sort of what happened for me. And I think now I've sort of reset a little bit with my coaches, and this week I'm really focused on, as I said in Evian, doing the things mentally, because I know if I do a good job mentally, I know that I'll play good golf, and you know, it's good on the range. It's that transition for me. So I think it's about managing everything else mentally, and if I do that well, I will play good golf. And it's when I struggle with that I don't play good golf. So I think I'm sort of sucked into that a little bit this week, and I have some goals I want to meet mentally on the golf course.
And when you say you might struggle mentally, is that kind of just getting frustrated on the golf course, or is it purely just falling out of the process?
Yeah, like more so like I think, you know, when you stand over shots, you're a little distracted, and you don't come off it, or you're over the shot and you're like, you don't like feel good about it, or you feel like, oh, I might hit this left, oh, there's water left. Those sort of thoughts come in, and I think it's more managing those, backing off. Okay, what are we trying to do here? Where am I trying to hit? So I think for me, it's the mental errors. So I have like a count that I do with my sports psychologist. So I'm trying to keep that number really low. And those weeks I played good, I was only making 1 or 2 mental errors around. And the weeks that I haven't played well, you know, that number could be a 10. So it makes a huge difference results wise, and I mean how I feel out there. So I think, you know, managing maybe the fear, the anxiety, the distraction, that's probably the priority for me.
Okay. And will the crowds obviously going to follow you? Is that going to give you energy, or is it going to be a distraction, or are you just going to absolutely thrive when there's kids watching you and cheering you on?
Yeah, I love it. I feel like, you know, sometimes you're out there and the rounds are long, and like it's really nice to like, I love like looking around like, oh look, and I say to my caddy like, oh look at that little girl, she's so cute, or you know, that's such and such, and I really like that. I think sometimes, you know, in between the shots, I don't want to just be thinking about my next shot. I want to be like
zone out,
normal things, and then when I get up to the ball, or as my caddy Joe says, when we get to the paint, he's like, I don't want to hear anything from you, I'm trying to figure out the number. So I think, you know, I like it. I really, really like it. So I think for me, it gives me a lot of energy.
So obviously we're coming toward the end of the season here now. There's only a couple of events left. Do you set an objective at the start of the season for yourself, or do you kind of do it in blocks? And if you do it in blocks, what have you kind of set for these next few weeks?
Yeah, so it's been weird because obviously this year coming back on tour has been something new for me, because I've never taken a break. And when I came back this year, I was like, okay, I just want to enjoy it. I want to have fun this year. So I didn't set any goals this year.
Okay.
So then I had those great weeks, and then your head starts to go places, right? So then I'm like, oh, I want to win this year. I want to do this. And then, you know, I sort of said it to my sports. Like I was looking at my ranking, and I never look at my ranking. I was like, oh, I moved up 100 spots this week, you know, and I never never do that. And well, that was my goal this year. I set out to not do that. So, you know, I think I've sort of promised him that the rest of my season is to do the things mentally well, which sounds so boring, but I know if I do those, it'll take care of the rest. But yeah, I mean, I don't want to set out that I want to win, I want to do this. I don't feel like I'm in a position yet that I want to make sure I do the little things well.
Sure.
Of course, I know that I think I'm inside keeping my card now. I think so, you know, obviously I want to finish the season strong. I would love to have good finishes. I mean, I'm competitive. I'm still trying to win, but my priority is elsewhere.
That's very good. Listen, thank you so much for coming on. Thank you for chatting to us. We'll be following it today and this week. So we'll be in your corner. We'll be amongst the crowds.
Thank you. I hope you guys are cheering loud.
So we're going to throw to another quick video here. Just a quick reminder that this live show and all of our coverage of the KPMG Women's Irish Open is brought to you by Sports Direct. They're proud premium partner at this year's KPMG Women's Irish Open. You can shop in-store or online at sportsdirect.com. Golf starts here. So next we have the second of our put-in tic-tac-toes, where Aideen Walsh took on Anya Donegan. Welcome to our very first episode of Putting Tic-Tac-Toe here live at the KPMG Women's Irish Open. We are joined, as you can see, by our first contenders. We have Aideen Walsh. Aideen, this is your second year competing in the Women's Irish Open. Happy to be back?
Delighted to be back. Can't wait for this competition now.
Woman of few words. Anya, you won the hearts and minds of the golfing world at the US Women's Open in Pebble Beach. Are you ready to win your first match of Putting Tic-Tac-Toe?
I am. Born ready.
Stone Cold Killer.
Ready to win the match.
Ah, yeah. I mean, like, we got to try and... We have a winning theme. She won the hearts and minds of people at Pebble Beach. She has to try and win this. I gotta try and keep continuing.
Neutral, Johnny.
I'm neutral. Have you guys played this game before?
No, not the putting version. Like.
Just regular X's and O's?
Yeah.
Okay, how about you, Anya?
No, I haven't. Just regular.
Just regular. Okay, well, let's see how we get on today. First match, best of three. Good luck. This is a very slippery left to right putt. Oh, she's gone out the back. Sheesh. This is a very slippery putt.
Nope.
Oh! Yeah, that's in. Top
that's
right,
in.
okay. So
Hawkeye for that one, I'd say.
Oh, that's in, that's in. I'll give it to you.
Phone's off, please. Oh, she got the good one.
That's the one I wanted.
Is that in the middle?
Anya's in the middle.
That's the one I wanted.
Very good. A dominant position, one would say.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, no dice. No
Same
dice.
one.
Delicate touch from Anya.
Same one as well.
It's gone straight into the middle.
That'll be good, I'd say.
Oh, that's a great. She has.
Stay.
Oh, stay there.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yes.
Lovely.
Nice
This is
putt.
where X's and O's tactics come into play. And Anya
good
shuts
putt,
the door.
Good putt. No, it's not high enough.
I might stay on.
We both have a chance now, though.
Oh, aggressive play.
Is there a prize, by the way?
Whoa. Oh.
Not going to stop. This is going to be so hard.
Here we go.
I feel like that's... No.
Come on! Oh! This could be the one, lads. I think it is.
No, it's
If
not
it
going to
stays.
stop. So close.
That's at the back.
She has it.
Oh, she has it.
Great putt.
There we go. 1-0.
1-0. 3 games left.
Game 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and Anya takes a centre square. That seems to be the tactics now for 2 games in a row.
I'm a veteran at X's and O's.
Yeah.
Don't.
Oh, and Anya's just...
Advantage Donegan.
Advantage Donegan. Love it. Very good.
Oh,
Okay.
oh jeez.
Out the back.
Is it in?
What do you think, Aaron? Is that in or is that out?
Out.
Give me a
It's
chance.
Out.
Oh. Job done.
Oh, there it is. 2-0.
Congrats, Anya.
Thank you.
So there we have it. Anya Donegan, our inaugural putting tic-tac-toe champion. How do you feel?
Absolutely delighted. Great way to start my week.
That's it. First win of potentially a couple now. We'll see. Aideen, what went wrong?
I don't know. I have a tea time to get it. So
You're a woman in a rush. That's what it is.
Don't play the team time. Don't play the tea time.
Okay. Listen, guys, thank you very much. Thank you for playing. Good luck this week.
Thanks.
Yeah, we'll be in touch.
Thank you.
Thanks, Johnny.
Thank you.
Okay, so yes, Anya Donegan, that is her first win of the week in the bag. She won putting tic-tac-toe against Aideen Walsh. She won a clean sweep, 2-0. It was best of 3. Both Lily May and Anya won 2-0. I don't know if that's going to be any kind of insight or give anything away about how this week's going to go, but who knows? It's 2 wins for them, and like I say, they both asked, like, "Where's my trophy? What do I get?" In classic athlete fashion, and
a Sports Direct mug is on the way to them as a trophy.
I'll go up to them now. Like,
so here's your trophy.
Here's your trophy. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for this live show. But before we go anywhere, we just wanted to let you know that the Bogey Men are starting a partnership with Chippy Golf. We're going to have our own merchandise. We've got Battle Golf and Bogey Men towels. I'll hold these up here. Michael, you talk about the products here.
So actually we got them in. I got to play the media day with them down here with the towel, Bogey Men, and our Battle Golf, and then also the head cover as well. I'm in love with them. I love them.
They're really
the
nice.
Quality is really, really nice. So I had it draped over the bag, so that's why there's a bit of muck on it already. When I was
It's used. We're not going to be giving these away.
No.
They'll be coming to you soon. We'll be selling them as combos. You can buy them individually as well, I'm sure. But it's just a way. People have got in touch with us to say that they love the brand, they love the Battle Golf series as well, and so it's just our way of trying to just get involved with you guys. And whenever we go to a golf course, hopefully we'll see a couple of the head covers or towels around the place, and we'll be able to go up and say hi to you and just say thank you as well for supporting us and for listening to the pod and watching what we do. Tomorrow is Pro-Am Day, and there's a couple of phases already on the driving range. I don't know if he's playing the Pro-Am tomorrow or if he's just caddying, but Davey Fitz is on the driving range.
Yeah, I'm not talking to the media and you lads. I know what you lads are doing. You be twisting what I say. So he's out there cleaning clubs and watching ball flight and stuff. So
good man. He's hard at work. He's
hard at work.
The consummate professional. But listen, that's it. We will be back tomorrow, 10 a.m. It's Pro-Am Day. We're going to have our celebrities here. We're going to have the best of the best when it comes to the Ladies European Tour. It'll be a fun day. It'll be a very fun day.
Keep an eye on our social media. We're going to go out now. We're going to follow a couple of people. We'll be sticking cameras in people's faces, having the chats. So get onto our social media on each one, and send us back who you'd like us to see if we can chat to and have a follow.
Yeah, that'll be 10 a.m. tomorrow for an hour or so. Thank you guys for watching. We really appreciate it. Support as always. And we'll see you tomorrow.